So, thank you. Again, welcome and thank you for practicing. Thanks for coming together. It's great we can just support each other with our practice. And we have some of our local Sangha here at Padmasambhava Ling, and then also I know beyond this little black marble in front of me are at least, 20 or so people. So glad we're all here together, even though some of you are invisible, to me at least. But welcome. And again, it's just so special with everything going on in our own lives and in the world to really have this opportunity to sit individually and together and contemplate these amazing, beautiful, profound, accessible, practical teachings that we have right in our hands and hearts. We've been so blessed to receive teachings and to practice and to continue. So just acknowledge that. And then along with that, as always, with every single time we do any activity, especially study, contemplation, practice, really reflecting on the three motivations, which are the three essential motivations of all the exquisite great perfection of the 9 jhanas we hold. So again, we'll take a few moments just really connecting with our joy and our appreciation, our renunciation thoughts of just like how precious this time is. We're free of so many situations and in inner and outer endowed with so many fortunate circumstances and proclivities. So just taking that, and then of course expanding our bodhicitta far and wide. The mind in the teachings is empty, vast, open. So always expanding our imagination, opening our minds and our hearts, and really acknowledging and wishing firmly that our time here together can really be of profound benefit to limitless beings. And then the third motivation, connecting with our pure perception, our devotion, as to whatever degree we can, connecting with the purity of the three Vajras, the purity of all forms as enlightened, all sound and movement as enlightened speech, all thought and mind, just the great enlightened Dharmakaya space. And if anything, again, just wrapping it all up, how perfect this moment is. The perfect opportunity to wake up. And then, it's said, the Buddha said, Guru Rinpoche said, all the great masters in one voice all remind us and say, there's not a single Buddha or Bodhisattva that didn't have a teacher. And we all know today we're going to just begin to touch, with just an overview of the Guru Yoga section of our Ngondro practice. And as we all know, the Guru is so essential on every single level of the teachings, and especially in the Vajrayana, because we're again moving beyond our limited, rigid, fixed perspective and habitual patterns. Having the support and guidance of someone with more knowledge, more wisdom, more realization is such a gift and so essential. And so that's what we'll do, it helps often, to think about the word meaning of things. So I know guru, yoga, and I think everyone knows, but again, reflecting on this. Guru and yoga, both Sanskrit words. And do you know the kind of the word meaning of guru and yoga? I mean, again, it's profound words, but I think the simplest meanings of those words on the word meaning level is guru is like heavy, rich, saturated, like, really high revered. So this is a sense, the guru as the teacher, not just a simple teacher, but heavy with blessings. Kind of like, Khenchen Palden and Khenpo Tsewang Rinpoche said, like, heavy like a wish-fulfilling tree just laden with fruits, and so heavy the boughs are like bowing down, It was heavy, saturated, full of blessings, full of realization, full of power, or like a, huge, rain clouds, just about to burst with blessings, bringing upon our own realizations. So that's a sense of guru, simple, heavy, rich, high one. And yoga is very similar to like our word yoke. So yoga, I think, right, is to yoke or to union, to unite. So uniting with the heavy ones. And then in Tibetan, when the great realized translators were translating Buddhist vocabulary into Tibetan, then they made the word for guru or teacher, a lama, we've all heard. And then yoga is naljor. So guru yoga, lama naljor. And so lama is very similar, and then that it's also made lama. It's like there's nothing higher, no higher realization, no better blessings, unsurpassable, just blessings, realization, power, activity, nothing outside of it, nothing beyond it. And then the Naljor is, again, very special too, because again, it's skillful. What it means, Naljor, I think Nal is like the original or authentic. And Jor is like to discover or to possess. So it's discovering or possessing what's authentic and kind of original, what's primordial. So again, that's just getting back to this really core view and teaching in our practice of we're becoming, with our practice, in all the Buddha's teachings, more familiar with the innate nature as it is. It's not that we're bringing separate things together, or just like in the supreme symbols of like the bell and dorje, they're not in reality. There's the meaning. These aren't separate. It's the union of all appearances and emptiness, the union of the absolute and relative truth, the union of wisdom and compassion. They're inseparable aspects, just like the three kayas are inseparable. They're not three different places. They're different aspects of the nature for we conceptual beings. The Buddha's giving us these maps and tools to move beyond conception, to be in union with our authentic nature. And again, that's the only difference in the teachings, and which means in reality, our teachers, the Buddhas, Guru Padmasambhava have realized the true nature and are in complete unity with the true nature, they are the Dharma. They are the Buddha, they are the Dharma, they are the Sangha. And we, at least myself, haven't recognized that nature. Maybe have a glimmer, but we're discovering, and we have this great opportunity. So that can just be really helpful in understanding, because again, the Guru, the teacher, the Lama, in the highest, truest sense, is appearing to help us discover our own Buddha nature, our own absolute bodhicitta, to remove our obscurations and habitual patterns and let go of samsara and its causes, and connect with the path of realizing, of removing our obscurations and bringing out our innate wisdom, right? So the Lama embodies all the Buddhas. The Lama, when we take refuge in the very beginning, we take refuge in the Lama, embodiment of the Buddha, all the Buddhas. And when we take refuge in the three jewels, the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, we all know, ultimately we were taking refuge in the Buddha, the realization of the Buddha. Because from that realization, the compassion of the Dharma comes. And connecting with it are those who have realized it and honor it and practice it. All of our experiences and opportunities to awaken. And then we also know on the Vajrayana level, another aspect of the three jewels, the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, what's called the Lama, Lama, Yidam, and Dakini or Khandro. So the Lama or the Guru is said, right, is the source of all blessings, that supreme realization. The source of all blessings is the Lama. But then also inseparable from that, the Lama, Guru Rinpoche, is the embodiment of all the Buddhas, all the deities, all the Yidams, which is the realization of all the Dharma. The source of all realization is the Yidam. The source of all enlightened activity, happening so many ways to create more peace, to create more vitality, to kind of captivate our goodness qualities, and to overwhelm our negative, limited perceptions. All that is the work of the Dakinis and the Dakas and Dharmapalas, are the source of all enlightened activities, who are inseparable from the Lama. So it's all coming back to the Lama, and then even with our Ngondro practice itself, we can see, right? Even with the four boundless, the very first line, where Lama, infallible protector, please be aware of me. Calling to our mind the presence of the Buddha, the presence of the Guru. And here in this case, we're always practicing on Guru Padmasambhava throughout our practice. And in a nutshell, Guru Padmasambhava is so profound, a living Buddha of this time, of this degenerate age, known as the second Buddha, was prophesied by Buddha Shakyamuni to come and even glorify the teachings even more, and brought especially the higher teachings of the Vajrayana to this world, and especially to Tibet. So within our tradition, Guru Padmasambhava is also so prime in that it's truly like the root teacher of all Tibetan Buddhism, one of the prime forces that actually helped clear away the obstacles and set the seeds and bring such beautiful conditions along to bring the Dharma to Tibet, and therefore to us now. And then throughout Tibet and throughout the world, so many practitioners have appeared of high capability who are emanations of Padmasambhava. So many practitioners have had their own direct experiences with Padmasambhava. So the teacher is so profound, and again brings us beyond conception to more direct perception of our authentic nature. So again, I don't want to spend too much time talking today, so just kind of remembering some of that basics, and then thought to go over the actual visualization we're doing and kind of look at that section of the Ngondro. So when we look at the Ngondro practice in general, right, all of our practice, we're always beginning with thinking of Guru Padmasambhava as embodiment of all the Buddhas of the three times, as inseparable from our own teacher. And again, just to remember, it said our own teacher in this life is more kind than all the Buddhas. They're actually in our life, before our eyes, in our perception, knowing us as we are now, helping us see more clearly, bringing out our own goodness qualities, bestowing so many teachings and blessings, bringing the teacher to our mind and heart. Really, it's so powerful and beneficial to do all the time. Again, because it's like a beautiful sun bringing out our own naturalness. So we always begin our practice thinking of the Buddhas and thinking of all the lineage masters. And then often too, calling the Lama from afar, like we usually recite this beautiful calling the Lama from afar prayer by Dudjom Rinpoche. But even just the 7-line prayer itself is calling the Lama from afar. Or there's many other prayers too, but really feeling that living presence of the Lama, of Guru Padmasambhava, inseparable from our own teacher in this life, is vital and good. And just like the true words of the Buddha and Padmasambhava, anyone who thinks of me and calls upon me, that moment I'm there. The Buddhas are not limited. So we're really being real here with our practice. And then we go through, and like I already quickly mentioned, in the 4 thoughts that turn the mind, just in general, they just help us recognize our position and our place and kind of reflect on some of the facts of life, which often we're kind of ignoring or kind of having expectations contrary to them. But we begin thinking of the Lama, infallible protector. Please be aware of me. And like we've mentioned before, and it's worth mentioning again, this isn't just outer Lama. Even Khenpo Tsewang Rinpoche has also pointed out many times. This is also, of course, feeling the presence of the outer Lama, the absolute Lama. But then our own Lama is what we also need. And so this is also reigniting our own mindfulness, alertness, conscientiousness. That's what is our own Lama that we really need, no matter what anyone else can guide us to do. Having our mindfulness, our alertness, our conscientiousness on and off the cushion with the outer Ngondro of the 4 thoughts, or the inner Ngondro of the main Ngondro sections. Keeping that mindfulness, alertness, conscientiousness with us, gracefully, gently, but present, is the 3 great supports, like Khenpo calls. And then going through, thinking of these. And then, of course, with refuge, we're taking refuge in the Lama, embodiment of the 3 jewels, the 3 roots, from now until we are completely awakened. All our obscurations are removed. And then we settle at the end of the session. Take the ultimate. Again, it's in a way another Guru Yoga. Just relax. Mingle our own mind with Guru Padmasambhava. Relax in awareness. And then again, reappearing before us is who? Guru Padmasambhava and all the objects of refuge, being witness to our Bodhichitta commitment. And then we're making the Mandala offering to the Lama, offering all of our experiences to the three jewels, bringing out our wisdom, which is so fundamental, and generating positive merit through great generosity and openness. And then removing our obscurations like we talked about a couple weeks ago. Who's there? Our Guru Padmasambhava, our own teacher, inseparable from Vajrasattva, witnessing all of our downfalls and mistakes along with us, and purifying, cleansing, awakening. And then we get to our main section of the Guru Yoga. The swiftly penetrating blessings of the Guru Yoga. So we'll just kind of quickly go over this. And we've done this many times, but these lines are here, right? Oneself is Vajrayogini, and in the sky in front, the root teacher manifests in the form of Padmasambhava. So here, again, from the very start, we're really dropping our mundane samsara conceptions. We're really, again, expanding our minds. And then here we have these skillful means of the visualization, which again is using concepts to move beyond concepts. And so here we're not just in our ordinary, regular form, but we're actually feeling ourselves and visualizing ourselves as Vajrayogini. Yeshe Sojal, who's perfect student. Vajrayogini, mother of all the Buddhas. Prajna Paramita, the universal mother. Yeshe Sojal, the delightful, passionate consort of Padmasambhava. And then we're not just in our ordinary body, we're in an extraordinary place. The whole universe is transformed into the Pure Land. Everything is shining with wisdom light, reverberating with meaning and peace and grace and beauty. Not uncontrived, but just knowing this is a Pure Land, and ourselves as Vajrayogini, as Yeshe Sojal. And so there's a few different visualizations, and the Dudjom Rinpoche's visualization, I think we know to just kind of review. We're standing where we are Yeshe Sojal, Vajrayogini. We have 2 arms, 2 legs, 1 face. We have a female form. Our body is ruby red. And again, all of this is not substantial. This is transcendental wisdom rainbow body. All is vivid, yet empty. That's how it is, but we're kind of just being aware of this. This is actually, I am Yeshe Sojal, 2 arms, 2 legs, ruby red. I'm standing with my right foot slightly forward, ready to act and benefit others, on a sun and moon disk, crushing the corpses of mundane ego clinging and negative emotions and grasping. majestic in our form. We are, in the form of a 16-year-old in the teachings, like very prime of youth and voluptuous, youthful. We're semi-wrathful. Sometimes the Buddhas are appearing very peaceful, sometimes very wrathful, and then they're semi-wrathful. So we're both. We have beautiful black, golden plaited hair. We're standing naked with bone ornaments and silks and jewels and tinkling bells blowing in the graceful winds. We're holding, in our left hand, we're holding a skull cup, just brimming with ambrosia and rakta. And then in our right hand, we're holding a copper-colored curved knife with a vajra, that's handle is a vajra, up. And, we have a third eye. And then of course we on the inner level too, we're recognizing the pure view of, right, all of the elements that make up our body are the five wisdom mothers, who are in inseparable union with the 5 male Buddhas, the 5 aggregates. And then just like every month during our Dakini practice, when we do the Yumka Dechen Jalmo, whoever's done that, right, to some degree, it's very detailed with what we can do as we're visualizing ourselves as Vajrayogini here. But those are maybe the point. And then before us, feeling the presence, seeing Guru Padmasambhava, feeling his presence again, just in transcendental wisdom rainbow body, splendid, emanating just all kinds of wisdom lights clearly in the sky, majestic, so present, full of bliss and blessings, love, and just supreme seeing and omniscience. He's wearing the 3 robes on the inner level. He's wearing on the outer level, he has the brocade cloak, and then he's wearing a blue kind of chuba underneath, and then beneath that, some white undergarments. What is that? That's representing the perfection of that, practicing and holding the 3 vows of the foundational Buddhism, of Vinaya, Theravada Buddhism, and Mahayana Buddhism, and Vajrayana Buddhism inseparably, holding the 3 vows inseparably. And in his left hand, holding the skull cup with swirling, active ambrosia, and the long life vase full of vitality. And then in the right hand, holding, the unshakable awareness of the Vajra. And with the Khatvanga, representing kind of the wisdom consort and just the realization of the 3 kayas and the profound in meaning. And then also ornamented with other jewels, wearing the lotus hat given to him by, I think, the king of Zohor, after the king, kind of out of great fear, tried to burn Guru Padmasambhava alive, and then found several days later Guru Padmasambhava just shining resplendent in a lake that had formed. It really turned the king's mind towards the Dharma and the beauty and the powerful, beautiful example of Guru Padmasambhava after being attacked, just being pure, full of love, gracing the land with pure waters, untouched by the fire. So the king offered him this hat we often see that has the 3 peaks, and 5 peaks, like the 5 wisdoms and the Vajra, and then the vulture feather, which represents kind of like the highest view. So it's, anyway, there's many details to Guru Padmasambhava and full of meaning. And that's also part of our realization. It's like we don't need to get fixated on the meaning, but reflecting on some of the way the symbols echo and can bring up meaning in our heart and remember the teachings. Again, not just to study, contemplate, but to bring some realization of that meaning. Because for the Buddhists, everything is meaning and everything is empty. That's omniscience, right? So, whether we can see all the details of the visualization or not, most important, most fundamental, essential is our devotion, is our closeness feeling, to whatever degree it is. Just some interest, or wanting to know more, or actually beginning to study a little more, beginning to practice more, having more trust and confidence in the practice until it's completely unshakable, infallible. That closeness feeling, that kind of longing, respect, joy, just cherishing, and trust is some of the words that can connect with devotion. That's what's really, like they say in the teachings, devotion opens the door to realization and blessings. That openness, that kind of where we can both with concepts move beyond concepts because we have that deeper trust that's coming out of some degree of experience. So feeling the presence of Guru Padmasambhava, inseparable from our own precious teacher and all the Buddhas of the 3 times, is most important, whether we can do the visualization or not. So once we have this kind of atmosphere of purity and devotion, then we're in one voice making this supplication as Vajrayogini, inseparable from ourselves, to Guru Padmasambhava, embodiment of all the Buddhas of the 3 times without exception. Most excellent root teacher, I pray to you. In this and future lives and in the bardo, in these 3, hold me with your compassion. Bless me ceaselessly throughout the 3 times. So again, with all of our chanting, as much as we can, trying to keep our mindfulness, our alertness, our conscientiousness, as we're chanting, connecting with our heart in our meaning, and making this prayer. These are the words of Guru Padmasambhava, actually. So special. So we recite this part 3 times, and then I thought to say, often Rinpoches, they do give the instruction when we have time and we're doing the Guru Yoga. After we recite this supplication 3 times, it's not part of the root text, but if you have time, it's very powerful, very beneficial to just again increase that connection with the presence and blessings of Guru Padmasambhava by reciting the 7-line prayer again. At least 3 times, again with joy, with devotion, with bodhichitta, reciting the 7-line prayer, this profound prayer chanted by, that's self-emanated and just chanted by hundreds and thousands of practitioners through the ages. It's inseparable from Guru Padmasambhava, so rich in meaning. Outer, inner, secret, absolute. It is Padmasambhava. So if you have time, reciting the 7-line prayer is an instruction from Khenpo Rinpoche's, if it's possible. Usually by the time we get to there in our Saturday practice, there isn't, I'm trying to kind of conserve time, so I've omitted it. But definitely if you have time, do that. And then the main then we'll move to simplifying the practice, keeping all of the visualization, all of the motivation, feeling the presence even stronger. Then we'll just simplify by reciting the mantra of Guru Padmasambhava, Oma Hung Bhadra Guru Pema Siddhi Hung, and just reciting that. And then, of course, a mantra is so profound. There's no single meaning. It's profound. I won't go into trying to give any even simple kind of word meanings for the Vajraguru mantra right now. But we've all heard them or can look them up too. There's a beautiful translation of a terma from Yeshe Sojal on the meaning and the benefits of reciting the Vajraguru mantra, which can be found on Lotsawa House. I think it's called something like that, the benefits of reciting the Vajraguru mantra, or something like that. So it's profound. But as we're reciting, again, these pure words, we're focusing, reciting, letting each syllable be clearly pronounced and kind of visualizing the syllables. Not too loud, not too soft, letting it reverberate in our body and echo in our space. And as we're reciting it, keeping the visualization. And as we're doing the visualization, just, seeing and feeling so many wisdom lights of all the vivid, bright, rainbow colors coming from Guru Padmasambhava, along with so many blessings and appearing in so many ways. There can be, according to the teachings, can be lights are all coming and raining. Nectar is falling and raining through us, every pore. All kinds of, incy little forms of Guru Padmasambhava and ritual elements can be just blessing, just showers of blessings coming and filling ourselves and also going to all the beings, just expanding our bodhicitta, bringing blessings to all beings and letting our joy and devotion be kind of offering and are just making our connection with Guru Padmasambhava, the living Buddha who's with us right now, is the main point. And then we can at times too, we're receiving the four empowerments as we're reciting the mantra as well. So like from Guru Rinpoche's crown, this white, vibrant, white light comes with Om to the Om in our crown and is giving all, body blessings. From Ah is the ruby red of Guru Rinpoche is coming to the Ah in our own throat, bringing all the speech blessings. And the sapphire blue light from the Hung in Guru Rinpoche's heart is coming to the Hung in our heart and filling up that chakra, bringing all the mind blessings. And from all the three places in the Guru, kind of all blessings are coming, removing all of our obscurations. So we recite as long as we can, just reflecting, relaxing, feeling the presence for as much as we have time. And then when we finish, we're kind of going to seal the visualization. So the blessings and empowerments of body, speech, and mind are completely and perfectly obtained. We're kind of sealing the little practice session there. And then of course we have Vajra Guru Kaya, Waka, Sita, Siddhi, Hung. So Vajra is of course indestructible. Guru, and Kaya means we're receiving the body blessings. And then too, you can just simply do this, or sometimes this mudra is like making like a 5-pointed Vajra. But anyway, Kaya, Waka is a speech blessing. Sita is the mind blessing. And Siddhi, Hong is all the blessings we're receiving. So right from the white Om, we're coming, all of the obscurations from the actions and of our body are completely purified. And then we've like completely qualified, stirring the seeds of awakening to our own Nirmanakaya realization and accomplishment. That's called the vase empowerment. And then from the Ah, the red Ah, is removing all the obscurations and negativities we've accumulated to our speech, just completely purifying them, bringing out our own enlightened speech. And that's actually stirring the seeds of awakening our Sambhogakaya realization and accomplishment. That's known as the secret empowerment. And then from the blue, sapphire blue Hong coming, that's removing all of our mind obscurations, bringing out our own enlightened mind, awakening and stirring the seeds of our own Dharmakaya Buddhahood realization. That's called the wisdom empowerment. And then the fourth empowerment, from all three places, all lights are coming to all of our three main chakras, to all of us, and just removing all of our subtle obscurations, the most subtle, completely bringing out our full Buddhahood. And that's kind of the unity, the inseparable unity of the three kaya state, or the Swabhavakika kaya, which is again that union, the authentic, original state we're completely familiar with and awakened with. It's completely received these blessings. And then we're going to, again, relax, let go. So then we have the part where we're kind of letting the visualization dissolve. And there's two ways we can do that. One way is that as Vajrayogini, we're just kind of evaporate up, just right into Guru Rinpoche's heart. The other way, maybe that's just from a different perspective, Guru Rinpoche can kind of dissolve into a tiny white light imprinted with Hong or Shri, like the size of a pea, and that's embodying everything, so full, vibrant, empty bliss, coming down and being received right into the top of our central channel, kind of just coming down through our central channel, through our crown chakra, through our speech chakra, coming down and just resting in our heart of hearts, in the depths of our hearts, and then just letting that relax and dissolve. And then we're just unite, just relax. Like it says, behold the emptiness awareness, the true face of the Lama. So resting in Rigpa, resting in our awareness. Look to the looker. Start to have more, just be with that. So that's all I'll say for now, for our teachings. And again, doing the practice. I know we all know it, but may we all just have even more inclination and opportunity to really practice. And of course, studying to some degree is so important, but practicing what we study, whatever we've heard, is so important. And again, the Guru Yoga is so supreme because this is so direct, so immediate, and so powerful. Just all of our teachers are reminding us again and again and again how powerful it is to do the Guru Yoga and keep the presence of the Guru, of Guru Padmasambhava with us, the thoughts of our own precious teacher with us, inseparable from Guru Rinpoche. So that's all I'll say for now. Now let's actually do what I'm saying, and we'll do the practice. So we'll just take a few moments to just relax, and then we'll go to our Dudjom Tersar Ngondro practice.